When filing a bid protest with the GAO, you better make sure you get your paperwork right the first time, otherwise you might not get a second chance. Hi everyone, this is Frank with today's bid protest tips. This case comes out of the GAO and it involves a procurement by the Defense Logistics Agency for food distribution services for Kuwait, Iraq, Syria, and Jordan. This particular case, the bidder was a joint venture. However, the protest was actually filed by apparently a company that was affiliated with the joint venture and not the actual joint venture itself. This was a problem for the GAO and it ultimately resulted in the dismissal of this protest. The GAO held that given that these are different companies, meaning the entity that submitted the proposal as opposed to the protester is not an actual or prospective bidder or offerer and therefore does not qualify as an interested party under SECA and our bid protest regulations. Now, this is one of the interesting things that happens when you're in a GAO bid protest. In normal litigation, this is something that could be cured by way of simply amending the complaint, or in this case, amending the protest. However, as far as the GAO rules are concerned, this is not possible. And the reason why is because you have the 10-day window from when you knew or should have known that adverse agency action had occurred. That is your timeline to file your bid protest. In this particular case, it looks as though the bid protest itself was filed timely. However, because it was in the name of the wrong entity, it was dismissed without leave to amend the protest. And the reason why there was no leave to amend the protest to put in the proper entity was because, again, this was something that should have been, that the protester knew or should have known prior to filing the protest itself. So unfortunately for the protester, they did lose this case on what could be maybe termed a technicality, but it was sound, solid reasoning. So now the question becomes, what does the protester do? Well, relief through the GAO is out, which means that this protester is not going to be able to avail himself or herself, itself, is not going to be able to avail itself of the automatic stay. Now, there are other options, including going to federal court, or maybe even going to the U.S. Court of Federal Claims. However, this case teaches us that in front of the GAO, you got to get your protest right the first time. Thanks for watching and good luck on your next bid.